Welcome to Splash Makers. My name is Sam, of course, your host today. I am with a very special guest. This man has been a hustler since day one. True Rocky Balboa story from the bottom to the top. I'm here with Mr. Tommy Bynum, CEO of Ocean Shield, CEO of Pure Pressure Supplements. Thank you for coming out, brother. Appreciate you.
Congratulations on the spot, man. It's dope up in here.
Come on, man. We got to do it right, man.
Let's go, man.
You got to look the part, man.
Let's go. If y'all don't know about Splash Media, and y'all just follow his work, man. It's top of the line, quality work. This dude is the most creative dude I know, man. For real, I'm gonna leave it at that right now. Splash Media, man.
Well, they watching it right now.
Let's go.
So tell me about it, man. Like, you're involved in some good stuff, man. The life insurance business, you got the supplement business. We're gonna talk about that stuff in a little bit, but how did all that stuff start, right? Like, somebody ambitious like that. Like, were you like an ambitious child? Like, what was that like for you? Like, when did you start noticing that I got like a hustler gene?
I'm gonna say, we was doing all the wrong things when, we was young. Of course, we found out we was hustlers very young. We'll just leave it at that with that. You know what I mean?
You was getting this way, you was getting that way?
We knew we was hustlers from the beginning because we was hustling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't always business. You know what I mean? That's the big flip here in these later days that it's amazing that we've taken what we learned as youngsters, hustling, and turned it into business hustling now.
Right.
It's different.
It's the same aim, but it's a different target.
Yes.
Right. Like now,
Yes.
people, we tend to get smarter about it with age.
Yes.
Do you think something? I ask you about the that hustle thing, because I feel like a lot of it's genetic. Do you feel like it's something you're born with, or something that you can kind of manifest? I'm talking about the massive level. People that remember your name is going to be etched in the history books.
Right.
Because I feel like everybody can be successful, right? Everybody can do more, but to get that name in the history books, to do something massive, do you think you're born with that, or do you think you have to work on it?
That's why I don't want to, because for me, for sure, my dad, ultimate hustler, man. I'm talking about, that whole side, that my whole side, because my uncle too, he was more the entrepreneurial type. My dad was a worker, but gambled, and so I know for sure I came from that, but I know there's people out there that didn't come from, so I don't want to just say you gotta come from that to be a hustler. You know what I mean? I did, so for sure, because I say it all the time. People be seeing what I do, and my dad pops in my mind all the time. Rest in peace to my dad. You know what I mean? We risk takers, and that come from watching the OGs do it. My dad and everybody else. You gotta take them risks. So I think that does help me out. Going forward in my business, as far as being not scared to take risk and all of that.
The more people I talk to, the more I find that, right? Like they see it, but then they also have something in them to be like, you know what, I can do that and I can do it bigger.
For
right?
sure.
Like I feel like the more people I talk to, I feel like it's a genetic, and they do actually have it. They call it an overachiever gene, right? I forget the scientific name, but it's like an overachiever gene. Right. The more people I talk to, I'm like, dude, this guy's got it. This guy's. I talked to a person yesterday. I'm like, you got the hustler gene. You got the overachiever gene.
You gotta almost have no plan B. Like, it gotta be. You gotta believe in it so much. 2012, I haven't worked a W-2 job since 2012.
Yeah.
Basically, I got off federal probation at that time. I came home from the federal penitentiary 2009.
Oh, I didn't know that you went federal.
Yeah, I went to the federal penitentiary, and basically I made my mind up. A lot of my stuff come from my mindset, as far as not wasting another minute, not wasting so much time as a youngster. I believed in time over money, and basically, because you're not gonna have a lot of money when you're building this stuff up like this. If you, like, my advice to the youngsters is go ahead and work a regular job.
Oh yeah.
And that could fund your business. I went about it different. I stopped working. I did come home to a few dollars, like a little inheritance. Ended up blowing that. Tried to start a janitorial business. That didn't work. But basically, I stood on that I was never gonna sell my time again, and that was big. So a lot of years, all the way from, it wasn't a lot of money. And I didn't even figure out what I wanted to do, but I knew I didn't want to sell my time, and I wanted to be on my own time. I remembered the people that was coming in that was never going home again.
Yeah.
So my time became just so important to me. So everything I start, I believe in. It's really no plan B.
You bring up a great point because like most people won't look at it like that, like just to burn the boats and be like, I'm fully committed into what I'm doing.
Yes.
This is why most people don't reach, I feel like most people don't reach the top is because there's always a safety net,
It's
right?
always
Like
something.
they don't just go skydive without the chute. There's
Right.
always like, I got a foot in, a foot out. They're not fully committed. I'm doing this. I'm uncomfortable. I'm gonna make it work.
But 2012, I got off the federal probation and I quit the job.
Yeah.
And I was doing great at the job. You know what I mean? But that was my plan, is when I get off federal probation, I'm never selling my time again. I'm going to figure this out.
Yeah.
I'm going to figure it out.
So I'm
You know what I
assuming
mean?
that's probably the main lesson you learned in jail. Don't waste time, and that's
Time, yes. And that's why I go so hard at all the different businesses that I'm engaged in now, the fitness, everything I do, I pretty much, I mean, that's one of my things, man. Outwork me, you know what I mean? What's dope about this interview is we know each other, you know what I mean? You see me in the gym, I see you in the gym. We know each other's work, you know what I mean? So it feels good talking to somebody who knows.
So talk about that, because I feel like a lot of success, whether it's financial success or faith or any kind of other area, main sector in somebody's life that create that happiness that they want, always starts with health. I think if you can master the health thing, you can master everything else. Like business comes easier, family comes easier.
Actually, I was talking with my guy in the gym today. I was telling him about, I said, Sam, I was going to see Sam today. Woo, woo. And I was showing him one of the questions. And he we talk, he's one of the young trainers there. You know him too, Anthony. I showed him some of the questions. I'm always giving him good motivational talk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And something came up and it hit right on one of the questions that you have for me, you know what I mean? I said, look, bro, that's one of the questions right there. When were you first successful as an adult? That's what it was. And that's gonna be fitness, and it's gonna be at the lowest part of my life. Like, I found probably the one of the best things that I'm connected to and really has gotten me where I'm at. I found it at the lowest time in my life. You know
So
what I mean?
fitness
In prison.
was, you would count fitness, being in shape, that would be your first sign of success.
First sign of success.
I think
Now,
that's huge. I think that's huge because most people won't look at it as a win like that. They're like, yeah, I got in shape. But
now
no.
look, now
Like,
look.
there's a lot of work in that,
You've
right?
been knowing me for some years. I had all the tight cars, all the new clothes, all the first Averix,
Yeah.
first Impala
Yeah, Averix.
around these,
The
right
90
outside these
96,
walls.
The big bodies, yeah.
All
yeah.
of that. And I was telling my father today, I said, you know what? But that really wasn't
You know what? Hold on.
success.
Before that, I had to tell you, I had a '96 T-Bird, Thunderbird.
Yeah.
And I go, man, I wanted a big body though. So I said, you know what, dude, take the emblems off, and then let's paint the thing.
And make it.
And so I made it look like a big body. And it kind
Yeah.
of did though. It kind of had that same.
I'm telling you, I
I
mean-
wanted one of those because I was liking yours. I was like, bro,
98, man.
that thing's
97.
clean.
Yeah,
They're still clean to this day, dude. I
Still
still
clean
roll.
to this day. Literally, I was the first guy around our parts for sure.
You did, yeah, because I was getting a lot of money.
Francisco.
I was getting a lot of money back then, and I seen you getting a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And back then I was hustling. I was working a job back then. I had a good job from 97 to 2000. I had a very good job. So that was always in me. Like my dad, like it taught, like, he always worked, but he was a hustler too. So, but I was in the streets back then to where it wasn't for me. Working, being on the time schedule and all of that wasn't for me even back then.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what I wanted to do way back then. But I know that I look back now and I say, yep, the entrepreneurial stuff was in me way back then.
So you got your first success in fitness. You counted that being in health, transformation. You got to see it. It's very tangible. That's addicting in itself, right? But that was your first form of success. Now, how did that lead into the supplement thing?
So that's a while. So like I said, 2006 is when I started my bid. 2000 and 2005, I called my federal charge. So from 2006 to 2009, I was gone. And then 2009, I came home halfway house. I got off the probation in 2012. My fitness started in 2007. You know what I mean? So it took me years to get from 2007 coming home. And I mean, I've literally worked out the whole time since I've been home. Maybe we can account for about a year in between from 2007. I ended up one of the top pull-up guys, dip guys on the yard in prison.
Yeah.
to where by the end of the bid, when they shipped me to Oregon, I was running my own workout car. Like I fell in love with it. It got me through it. That's what I knew. I loved it. It got me through. I lost people in prison. My uncle, I brought him up, lost him while I was gone. Got me through them days. Like today, Easter. I never miss gym days on holidays or anything like that because it take me back to prison when that's all I had on them tough days. It got, so fitness is something different to me. Like I literally say it saved my life. Like it helped me get through prison. I mean, it's deep, right?
I don't think people realize the power of that.
The power, man.
Just the mindset. I think it just trains your brain so much to win, to go through suffering, to win, to come out on top of it, go through pain, win, go through pain, win.
To everything, bro. You know in the gym how much I'm talking to everybody, and I'm selling my product.
You're selling all the time.
I'm talking about this all day. That's why it's nothing for me to talk about this because I talk about this every day. I give somebody some nuggets or something that fitness has done for me. They look up to me in the gym, bro. I mean, you can see the work that I do. You can tell this been going on for a long time. It's different work. I always say, do what you love. You're going to be the best at it. But if it happens to be fitness, you so lucky because delayed gratification, discipline. You could go on and on and on and on.
I agree.
You could do anything. I say, if you could be successful in mastering your body, your mind, your soul, you definitely could do anything, and I stand on that. But back to your question, I didn't start the supplement until 2021, peer pressure.
What gap in the marketplace did you feel like you needed to fill, right? Like why create the pre-work? You got a pre-workout.
I got
right?
that's my custom product. That's my because I got a drop shipping store with the creatine.
Liam, can you pull that back real quick? Let me take a look at that creatine, man.
This
Liam, we'll get some B-roll.
I brought the old one so we can show them the old one.
Oh, you take that
one. And these two
So, dude, this thing is loaded, man.
It's loaded, brother. It's loaded. You know what I mean?
So walk me through some of these ingredients, man.
Okay, so first of all, this is last year's mix, y'all. This was the hottest mix. This came February 2024. This is the latest one that just came. They come from Canada. So that's why, you hit it on the nose. What makes mine different and what did I focus on? For one, we're coming from overseas. The supplements are just like the food and everything else in America. I mean, America is the bottom of the barrel, period. We all know that now.
Yes, we do.
Things are banned. And so Canada, I mean, they got some of the healthiest. Basically, their healthcare system is all the way different. They take care of their citizens and all of that. So they don't really want you getting sick and all of that. So for one, my mix comes from Canada. Guidelines are way more stringier.
Right.
It's just a cleaner mix, healthier mix. One of the big bonuses is we use guarana extract is the caffeine.
And why is that important? What makes it different than regular caffeine?
So look, what's dope about that, I put the 10 benefits of guarana on this canister, brother.
Oh, dope.
I don't think you even looked at this canister.
Yeah, no. Energy, cognitive function, pain relief, weight loss, digestive health, all this. Skin health, antioxidant properties, anti-inflammatory properties, antibacterial properties, hormone balance. This is all from just the guarana extract alone.
Just from the caffeine we're using.
Oh,
and
wow.
There's more benefits that I know of that they don't. You could Google 10 benefits, it'll probably pop up like that. But
yeah, this was also time release, right?
It's a slow release. Look up guarana. You can find all of this stuff when you look it up.
That's awesome.
Guarana works as a slow release, therefore you feel good all day. It's no crash. It's the healthiest of the caffeine plants. Anti-inflammatory. My mom, she's 77. She got arthritis. I'll give her a little bit when you stretch. Oh, she could stretch. And
I get it.
That's the anti-inflammation. I mean, it's so what I like to say to people, look, we focused our mix on upgrading your daily life, not just your gym life. I tell everybody in the gym, I want you to focus on how you feel outside the gym with my mix. Your thinking is going to be on point. Remember, we got the 3,000 milligrams of creatine. That's good for cognitive thinking also.
I was going to get into that. I was like, you got other stuff in there, dude.
I got 4,000 milligrams.
BCAAs in here, citrulline in here, there's beta-alanine in here.
Taurine for the focus. It's literally a one-stop
hydration.
shop.
Well, I can vouch for this for sure. This is some good stuff. I've taken it. You got some other stuff though too, like the supplements. So that's successful. We know that's successful. That's
Right.
been all over the place. Tell me about
I start
tell me about the new
smiling.
stuff,
Yeah,
right?
I start smiling when I get to talk about my. So my Palestinian friends, man, I love these guys to death. That's why I always say, talk in the gym. Some of these people, man,
Just talking in general.
Today I told somebody hi, and it was like, she looked at me and was like, look, man, like, I done formed some of the best relationships in the gym.
Yeah.
Doing
The gym got the culture.
It
It's a
got the
there.
culture, man. So my guys, this is actually their company, but I invested a nice investment into these products to where I got shares in the company. My name is on the contract. I mean, these are my products. You know what I mean? But I like to tell the full gist of what's going on.
What is that?
So this is Pure Blue for him, and these are the Blue Bear gummy males that we just the gummy male Blue Bears that we just came out with. This is basically the Blue Bears are the gummy bear version of the Pure Blue. This is for men. This is for libido. Now we finna go into what we were just talking about, America with the food, with the testosterone. Like, you guys will be shocked at how big this market is. A lot of people laughed. I've had people laugh, and I have people think it's a joke until I pull out the Shopify numbers.
Yeah.
And they look on there and see how much.
No, it's a massive problem. So you're saying it's related to being unhealthy? Well, a lot of it.
I'm going to tie all that in, brother, and that's what I love about this. We're steering people getting off Viagra, Cialis. This is a big deal what we're doing here with this, and people don't know how big the ED, erectile dysfunction community is, brother, until you start getting into the world of this. And you see the great work that we're doing.
That's why Viagra was so successful. So how is this different from Viagra, Cialis?
Natural ingredients is big.
So no chemicals, no garbage.
Chemicals.
No side effects.
No side effects, no headaches. You can find these on, these just got on Walmart.com. Our Pure Blue is on Walmart.com. We're on eBay, Etsy, Shopify. The site is pureblue.us. We're doing great. Just look us up. You know what I mean? But
so these are pretty crazy. He gives me a sample at the gym, right? He's like, "Come on, try this one, man." I said, "I don't need that, bro."
Yeah.
And I tried it, and I was like, "Dude, I couldn't leave my wife alone for the next 3 days."
Hey,
I said, "This shit last just
I
stretches."
tell my wife, I say, "Babe, you ready for a Pure Blue weekend? I got to check in and make sure you ready, because these things don't play, man." But oh man, the older guys,
so those are phenomenal. Like that.
The older guys, the younger guys. The middle-aged, like, this is everybody. It ain't like the pre-workout. Some people don't work out. Like, I can't even really shop it to them. You know what I mean? This right here, I'm walking the dog, the neighbors. I mean, everybody is down to try it, and you know, they smile when you know, it's a fun one too. This is very fun. I get some crazy stories, but for real, what we're doing is great.
So you master the health thing. You master the health department.
Yes.
How's that feeding other areas, right? You got Ocean Shield. Tell me about Ocean Shield.
So, man, that's my new baby. I like to say everything ties in.
Because now this is life insurance.
This is life insurance.
Right.
We're switching a whole gear, y'all.
Business.
Yeah, but it's we got the health and fitness. We got the health. The life insurance is kind of like tied to that in a way. You know what I mean? I mean, it's financial health. Of course, if you're getting a policy, it does ride on your health or your premium.
It does. If you can prolong
it's almost directly connected in that sense. But business-wise, for one, I like everything that they don't teach in school is always the stuff that I'm trying to learn. Mm-hmm. That's one thing. This is a big one, financial. They don't teach this in school. Mm-hmm. So that was always something that, and as a business owner, even working people, it's the working people that don't want to listen to and I say, y'all need to know about this, the worst, the best. You know what I mean? Because they're the one. You guys are the ones that's kind of getting robbed on a lot of the stuff the way it's set up with these tax codes and everything. 401k, that's just a tax code. 457, that's a tax code. 403b, that's a tax code. I'm advising people to look into tax code 7702A. That's one that you'll never hear about, because that's the one that the rich people use. That's the tax-free tax code. So it's big to learn. That's one of my things. I want to learn business, credit, financial literacy is something that they just do not, and it's a reason why. As you mature in life and go through things, you start seeing that it's not by accident that they don't teach this stuff in school. They teach you how to go get a job, and they want the majority of the people using these tax codes that I'm talking about, because that's what's going to help the economy and help the market, and everything is geared for helping not the employee. Even the employer gets more tax write-offs and all of that for giving their employees 401ks.
Yeah, well, that's how the tax code
A lot of the
set up,
people
right?
say, oh, but my mom is one. You know, the baby boomers, I feel sorry that a lot of them didn't have access to the information that we have now. You know what I mean? Because if our parents would have knew this stuff, things would be a lot different. You know what I mean? But basically, that's one of the things my mom would always say. We ended up doing a rollover for my mom too, though, and rolled her into a fixed indexed annuity versus a 401k. But some of the things people say right away, well, you know, my job, they match us. Start looking into that. You're going to pay for that, you know, every dollar that they match. For one, the employer gets a tax write-off, for one. And then you, as the employee, you'll pay for that later on. When you go to access your money after your retirement and all of that, you're going to pay for that.
Yeah. Most people don't just understand what they're doing. They don't even know where the money's being invested in. They know it's in the market, but what? Where is it in the
I asked the guy the other day, I said, man, bro, you see what's going on in the markets, right? And he said, nah, he didn't know.
Yeah, the trillions are being pulled
This is
out.
your I said, bro, you got a 401k, right? He said, yeah. Man, bro.
Getting slaughtered right now.
Do you know how much? Check your statement, man, to see how much you done lost in these last few months since Trump then took over, man.
On paper. How much you lost on paper?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at your statement. Literally, this was the numbers about a month ago. And it's been more trillions wiped out since then. I think this was about 1.5 trillion. This was like maybe a month after Trump took over. But in my company, we got a guy that's a rollover king, and I'll never forget the numbers that he said. He said, yeah, no, I've been telling my clients, man, they've lost 15 months worth of savings just in these first couple months that Trump, you know, I hate to even say the name, just since, you know, the tariffs have been.
New management.
Yes.
New management, the tariffs, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want to get all into that. We just got to get into what's going on because of the choices being made, right?
Yeah.
So people have lost over 15 months of savings.
Yeah.
Now, for the older people, that's crazy. If you're planning retirement, you don't have time to keep losing these.
Yeah, if you're trying to liquidate.
Waiting for the dip, you know, because the market's always going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. Yeah, it's going to go back up at some point. But the people who are getting older and ain't got time for it to keep going up and want to retire, that's terrible. You know what I mean? So even for the young people, you don't want to be taking these hits if you don't want to, if you don't have to. And so we're here to teach them that they don't have to, brother. So I'm loving the life insurance lane, Ocean Shield.
That's your company. You're tied to a different company. You're tied to a multi-level marketing company,
Yes.
right? So talk about how that works.
GFI Global Financial Impact, the best company in the game right now, period, hands down. The CEO for this company is building a monster. I told you the other day, I mean, all the big wigs, Grant Cardone, all of them have already tried to inquire, tried to buy it, tried to get shares in the company. It's for us. His name is Eric Olson, the CEO of this company. He's from San Jose. He was with World Financial for years. He was the top guy. He was with them for like 20 years. He didn't like how they was doing. Basically, nobody had ownership in nothing. They looked around, and I've been in front of this CEO. I've been to the Ethos headquarters and heard this story out of his mouth. You know what I mean? Basically, he's building this where all the agents have ownership in the company, which is huge. So we're building something here that I can pass down to my kids as a flourishing business. You can't pass down Like for Primerica, those I keep using them because you can't really build over there because it's no point of recruiting because you don't own the agency.
It's not set up like that.
It's not set up like that.
Yeah.
So he's building this with all the bells and whistles. Like I said, he's a top guy in the industry. He was with that company for years. So you could imagine he knows how to build a company, and he left kind of mad, you know what I mean? So he's building this kind of with fire in him against the other company, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
was that because of the corporate greed, or like he didn't feel like they were servicing
corporate
him
greed? I think they tried to demote one of his. Actually, he's a big wig in our company now. He brought him over with us. His name is Papa Cap, Greg Cap. He was the CEO's mentor.
Okay.
When he came into World Financial, and basically, they was finna demote him. He turned like a certain age, and they like. I think he lost some of his agents that he had. Like they did something that started a big thing. And the guy, Eric Olson, he wasn't feeling that. And that's where it all started, where they actually tried to pay him $100 million not to leave the company. And there was a few other people that was supposed to leave with him, and they ended up kind of staying there. So he building this. When I say he building this with fire, in the first year, he brought all these top guys with him from the industry and some of the best agents. So I think it's 70. We just crossed over almost 50,000 agents in the first year. Like the stuff that's going on it was the biggest agent transfer in history last year because people were coming to GFI.
Wow.
We're in 33 countries, undone before. The technology, we got basically we got 33 different carriers. We're like an Amazon. We're a platform. We're a distribution platform that's in business with like 30 of the carriers of the top insurance companies. So we could shop our clients around. We got different options. We got all these carriers. That's different than a lot of the insurance companies.
Well, that's huge, dude, because that opens up opportunities that the other guys can't do, right? If you're like a loan consultant and plugged in with all these other networks, you can make things happen typically.
It's genius.
That other ones can't.
It's genius. We could shop rates. We say mission over the commission. You know what I mean? So these other companies can't say that because they only got the one. Us, we're gonna shop. We're gonna make sure we get you the best rate because we got all these options with all these different companies. We got the technology to where we could run it on a dashboard and see just type in a few numbers. Fill out a quick application, and it's gonna pop up the rates from the other. I mean, it's nuts.
Pre-qualified.
The technology that we have here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's a company to where you guys can service a lot better. You guys can get them better rates, and they're capped.
Capped
at a good stop loss. Is that
so? Yeah. Even some of the other companies offer. So we're going to get into that. Basically, the protection that insurance companies offer. Mm-hmm. It's a floor, a zero floor, basically, where basically your money is tied to the market. Yeah, just 401ks, Roth. Even now, we're doing a rollover for my sister right now. She has a Roth. With a Roth, it's not even called a rollover. Basically, you're just moving your money. 401ks. 457s, 403bs, we do what's called rollovers into fixed indexed annuities that works like a retirement plan. So other companies have basically insurance companies. All of this is said for basically you're not tied to the market. You mirror the market with the gains, but when the market crashes or drops, even on a red day, you lock in your gains.
Yeah, safer.
That's what you mean by the zero floor. Yes. Yeah. So, that's to do with the policies. Now, companies like Primerica and all of that, well, Primerica, I know for sure, they only sell term policy. And I've had a policy with Primerica. I ended up ending it when I got with GFI. I've had policies myself since 2020. I started studying and it came about that you can't be a felon and all of that. I actually was kind of mad at my guy that he didn't tell me. He know I'm a hitter. See, in this game, you want to find people like you to recruit that you know will build a big business, and of course, everything trickles up. You know what I mean?
It's multi-level marketing,
It's
right?
multi-level.
It
Yes.
feeds up, right?
Yes. So he gets overrides off what I do. I say you can't be no hater getting into the life insurance game because you know what you doing is helping your up. You know what I mean? You got to know that. So we call it push and pull, just like in the gym. You're pushing your people up, but you're pulling your team up with you. So it's on all of us to move up. As we all move up, we'll all be making money. But that's how it works. If Chris isn't moving up, then that means we're not doing our job down here to push him up. Right now, he's next in line for EMD.
That's good. It sounds like a good system for somebody to get recruited into if they're already selling life insurance. Maybe they're unhappy at State Farm. Maybe they're unhappy somewhere else. They don't feel like they're servicing people. They can come over here.
Literally.
It's different.
I'm killing it. Now, I can speak on this.
Talk about your team a little bit.
That's what I was finna say, brother. I'm very, very happy to. So basically, me and my wife are agents. My wife is also an RN, a registered nurse. She came in and got her license. Like I said, it was some trouble with me. I passed my exam back in June. I got with the company. Actually, I got with the company in June. July, I passed the exam. They drugged me through this rigorous. This is something that I want to try to get in here and be a beast in this industry and try to change the game for some of the felons, ex-felons that are coming along like me that they gave such a hard time. I felt like it wasn't fair. Long story short, we planned for it. My wife came in, got her license. So in this industry, a lot of people are like that. Only one out of the couple has their license. Only one out of the couple needs their license. You could build it out better if both got their license. But so wifey came in, got her license. That's how we was able to still get into the game. Her license has just was approved January 8th. I've already got 8 licensed agents under me, brother.
Nice.
That's unheard of. Even my guy, Chris Wilson, he'll see this at some point, and he's a master recruiter. I don't think he had 8 licensed agents under him at this point in the game.
So you're already crushing your mentor. Well,
crazy. I mean, our Friday night meetings. I mean, my guy, they kind of, and they put pressure on me to keep doing good because they use my name and Tommy, man, he coming and doing this, and so I give it up to my lead agent, Jennifer. Oh my God. Literally, I met her. I met her back in June when I was moving one of my policies over from Transamerica. Well, you can do what's called a 1035 exchange with life insurance. You can move it over to a new company. So when I got with GFI, I was doing a 1035 exchange with my policy that I had in place and moving it to GFI. That's how I met Jennifer. That was last year. I tried to recruit her then. I was brand new, but that's how you know you got the. I could sell and talk, and so that's how you know when you could do something. You know what I mean? I almost had her. She didn't come with me then. Fast forward to February of this year, I called her back, and I said, "Jen, you remember me?" And whoop-de-whoop. Long story short, I ended up getting her on my team, which was great. And
she got a lot of experience.
Big experience. Oh, she's been so big to our team. She's brought over 5 other licensed agents. I got like 15, 16 recruits altogether.
Yeah, that's
but
incredible.
Licensed agents, that's unheard of, brother. So we're smashing it in this game, brother.
Yeah, that's incredible, man.
Incredible.
Well, so talk about what these guys need to know about their life insurance, their current life insurance, maybe their 401ks. We got a Roth IRA. Like, what do these guys need to know? How are they getting burned?
So much on this, y'all. So when it comes to policies, like I said, one of our biggest sayings is the mission over commission. Now, one of my guys, he had a policy. He was one of the first policies we did at the beginning of this year, January. I told you we got licensed in January. This is one of my first guys. We was able to look at his policy that he had in place. I'm going to tell you right now, y'all, hey, your insurance agent can't always be your family or your friend, but you got to be real careful with this stuff because the agents in this game can set it up to where it's commission over the mission. to where for us it's mission over the commission, and the way we structure these policies is geared to help the client, not my commission. But what's dangerous with insurance is the agents can set it up for commission, and you'll kind of never know. I mean, as the client, you won't really know. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, certain things to look for us, we structure our policies to where we call them increasing policies, to where we start you off with a lower face amount of life insurance, so we get paid on target premium. So basically, the higher premium, the higher target. So if I give you a lot of life insurance, I'm gonna get paid more, basically.
Oh, so you're saying insurance agents typically just front load that when you don't necessarily need it.
You don't even need all that insurance. You can. So we ask our clients, hey, what's more important to you, growth or life insurance? How we set them up, we're gonna start you off with a lower amount of life insurance versus a big, heavy face amount, big, heavy front.
Unless they want that.
So unless they want that. And now that's going to take from our commission though, because now we gave you less life insurance.
Right, I'm talking about servicing the clients, right?
Like, we're talking about servicing the client now. That's what matters.
Yeah.
So what we do is we structure our policies the way Ken is teaching us and the way we're being taught at GFI. We like to structure them where they're increasing. So basically, when you pay into your policy every month, basically you're building equity. So every year, your insurance will go up, your death amount, your death benefit, your life insurance will go up to where now you're paying, and you're kind of like building equity. It's almost like paying a house note and you're watching your equity go up. That way we're able to set you up with more growth, and more money's gonna be going into your cash value bucket versus your life insurance. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what we do is we structure them basically, we call it an increasing, then level out. We usually level out, we could ask the client, when do you want to stop paying into your policy? Most people, we do it around retirement age, 65. And then basically your premium will stop. But by then your death benefit has tripled. That's where your power is at. You're always going to be able to borrow against your death benefit, the cash value, whatever in that cash value column. And it's linked to, so when we do increasing, your cash value is going to be going up plus your death benefit every year. It's going to be going up. So now you have more money to borrow. And then one of the dopest things about this, with life insurance, this is the part where everybody says, are you serious? Once we break down all the benefits, like my sister with her Roth, she said, well, what am I waiting for? So for one, we could protect your money. We could guarantee that you never lose your principal. Why would you want to be in a 401k or any other type of account if we could get you the same growth, but we could see, we're called financial professionals, not financial advisors. That's why a lot of these NFL people go broke. They got advisors.
Right.
They can't guarantee nothing. They shoot people towards the market and all of that. So basically,
because financial, you got financial minds now, because that's an art form in itself, right? It's different. It's you know, how do I get the money? How do I put it in a place where it's working for me? But then also, how do I keep the money that I'm already having?
I even say the big millionaires and everybody needs to know this. Like at some point, everybody needs a financial professional. You know what I mean? I don't care how big you are, how much money if you don't know this, then trust me, you're paying too much taxes. This is how the end game of how I'm gonna pay less as taxes is possible, still legit, and protect my money. And it just comes with the death benefit. So we was taught life insurance is pretty much only good for when you die. That's one of the myths, especially in my community. That's why a lot of people stay away from it, and they think it's only good. We're learning the living benefits, and we like to focus on the life in life insurance. So
nobody knows how they're getting taxed. If they're looking at things like they got a 401k, no one knows where the money's going. The average 401k growth is 4%. If you look at the average inflation rate over the past couple decades, it's around 3.5%.
Yes.
Right. So they're getting 0.5%
yes.
of growth that they're getting taxed.
Plus
by the way,
losses.
40%. they're getting taxed 40% on that. So really, what are you getting? You're getting crumbs, and then they're chopping the crumbs in half, and you're taxing the crumbs.
And plus, you're getting the losses from the
Damn,
market.
bro. Bam! I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna call this guy right now. You see the pitch is different?
Most of the people are behind. Like you even the 0.5%, they're not even, because the market.
Yeah.
So they still tied to the market. So they even taking
They gotta wait. They gotta wait. They can't liquidate. They can't make moves. What does that mean?
Nothing.
Slow business growth if you're a business owner. No other moves. You can't take advantage of opportunities. It's going to be one of the biggest real estate cycles.
Wait till I break this down about the
wealth transfers.
participation. It's called the participation. And see, not all the insurance companies have this too. So that's something unique. Most of them do, but like Transamerica, I don't think it's a participation fully 100%. So basically, when we borrow against our money, that what's in the cash value column,
Yeah.
that's always what you have to borrow.
Like equity.
Like equity. Your full amount still stays in the market, still stays in your growth. The whole, like, let's say I got 100,000 in my account.
Yeah.
I want to borrow 50. The 100 stays in the account.
Yeah.
This is where you lose some people. My mom and every. Are you
So
sure?
you borrow the 50, the 100 stays in there.
Yes.
In equity almost.
In equity, yes,
Yeah.
keeps growing.
Damn.
Now,
So well, that's just
you
like
can pay yourself back. It's
That's-
your money.
Yeah.
You could, or it comes off the 50,000 to come off when you pass away. To come off the beneficiaries won't get the 50, whatever you bought.
Oh, so that just so the
You pay
equity
yourself
stays,
back.
but then you can just
Basically,
it
the
gets deducted
insurance
on the
company
death benefits.
lets you leverage their money.
Yeah. So you got a lot of levers to pull for these guys then.
Brother, once you
Yeah, so
find
talk
out
about that.
this, how could you be like, I'm not doing right? I mean, so we could protect your money to where you're not going to lose. You could borrow against your money and use the same, we call it using the same dollar twice.
Yeah.
And then you have your life insurance too.
Yeah.
Don't forget about that.
Yeah.
401k and all that.
Which is growing. year
Yeah,
over year.
but you also got your life insurance, your death benefit, if something does happen to you.
Yeah.
Remember, you got sickness, not just death. This covers sickness, chronic health, like long-term care. You might not get, this covers you if you don't get hurt on the job. Like you know, with workman's comp, you got to get injured on the job.
Yeah, that's
this
huge.
is,
Yeah.
it don't matter where you at.
It's a gray area in a state like California
There you
with
go.
regulations.
Where,
and shit like that. Like,
if you get
it's
hurt
litigious.
off the job and then they still want you to, you're going to be in a fight with the job.
Yeah.
This, you're going to get your 100% pay.
Yeah.
And I know them numbers and how to, but I can't regurgitate
I know. See, that's
it.
this is why it's helpful for you, right? Like, you
Yeah,
just gotta
of
get
how
that.
much you can borrow. You can borrow up to 20%. So this is why we like to give our clients term with an IUL, because the term is almost insuring your insurance policy.
Yeah.
So basically, why we give our clients terms is because with a term, let's say you got $1 million term policy, you can access, let's say you get hurt or sick, you can access 20% every month
I like that. 20% every month.
of your face amount. So you got $1 million, what's that? So you can get 20,000 every month. So that's dope, right?
Yeah.
So I just learned this one the other night too on the, you know what I mean? The reason why, because people is like, damn, why would I even want a term policy? Because it terms out, they're only good for 40 years. You might have a term in place. You might it might expire at 81. You pass away at 82. You done paid all this money and it's no more. So now we got what's called term with living benefits. And then one of our carriers does offer ROP, return of premium. If your term turns out and you don't pass away, of course you want to outlive your term. So terms, that's why people's like, man, why do I want a term? Primerica only sells term.
Yeah.
And then they'll try to sell you a Roth for the tax-free growth part. But remember, the Roth is still connected to the market.
Yeah.
So it's not a good strategy.
So it really
So
sounds
we
like
to
you
get
guys.
the terms. Basically, the term, if you get hurt or sick, the term is going to help you pay for the IUL, and you can access 20% of whatever. So terms are cheap. So we could always get you a high face amount, $1 million policy term. It's real cheap. Like I said, terms ain't the best. They term out. You might outlive your term. But we like to hook the terms to basically insure your money, your other policy, your IUL. if something happens and you can't pay your payment for your IUL, you can access the 20% out of the term, and that'll pay for everything. You get what I'm saying? So,
So there's levers to pull.
It's levers to pull. So many different strategies.
Yeah, this is all
what
like
we
custom
love about
packages?
us, custom.
Yeah.
Like where some of these products with these other companies, it's one thing. Us, we could structure these policies custom to the client.
This is where you're talking about financial advisors versus somebody that knows or understands finances.
Yes.
Like taxes, how to avoid the taxes, how to grow the money, and then how to
Basically,
safeguard
with our accounts, financial advisors cannot guarantee that you won't lose your money. They can't.
Right.
We can guarantee you that you won't lose your initial investment.
How do you do that?
That's because of the index. So basically, our clients' money is in the index. And that's basically mirrors the market where we get the growth, but when it drops, we lock out. Basically, that's called the index. 401s.
You mean you put a floor on it, right? It's not gonna.
That's
it's not
the floor.
Gonna, it's not gonna bottom out. There's a ceiling on the. There's a ceiling on the flip ceiling. There's a floor.
Yeah, your initial investment is the floor, and whatever you gain, so that becomes your new floor. Whatever. Let's say the market wins today, and you make money. Tomorrow it drops. You lock in the gains from yesterday.
Now that's not common with State Farm and other stuff like that.
No, that's
companies.
common. What's not common with some of them is the participation part. So almost all the insurance companies, like I said, Primerica only offers term. So none of this even, they only sell term.
Apply.
Term is only good when you die. We like focusing on life insurance in the life part of it. So this is all the part that we didn't get taught. And that's why I put those bank numbers up in there. So when we're going through talking to our clients, we got slides where basically what I was writing down, we got slides on the computer where we show the bank has this much in assets. We're trying to teach people that it's just not for death.
Yeah.
This is, the banks put their money in there. We use it while we alive. You know what I mean? So basically the participation, now Transamerica, I believe, doesn't have the participation like our company. So basically, I just explained how in the index you lock out, so we can guarantee that you won't lose your initial investment or whatever you gain. Also, we call it using the same dollar twice, where you can borrow against your money now. Your money that you're borrowing from basically stays in the account. It stays participating in the growth. So let's say I got $100,000 in my life insurance policy. I want to borrow 50. I'll borrow 50.
You pay taxes?
The 100,000 stays in the account.
Do you wait? 100,000 stays in. You borrow 50. Do you pay taxes on the 50?
No, you can borrow your in the IUL and the whole life. You can borrow your money tax free. Now with an annuity is what we roll the 401s over into, fixed indexed annuities. That's what it's called, a FIA. That's what my mom, we rolled her money over into a fixed indexed annuity. They work like retirement plans. So if you grab the money out before retirement age, you will be taxed on the annuity. But the annuity will grow, let's say it's a 5%, 3 to 5% tax for you grabbing out the money before you were supposed to. We tell you that the account is still gonna accrue at the 7 to 8 to 10 to 12% that we tell you that it's going to grow, you're still going to make what you get taxed.
Right.
You'll make that up in the growth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But with annuities, they're different than IULs, the whole lives. They're different. They work more like a retirement plan. Mm-hmm. Now, the IULs, you can borrow your money. That's the one that I'm showing you how you pay into it, and it's like how we structure them. It's like building the equity. Those, the IULs, which is pretty much the top of the line vehicle when it comes to life insurance right now, those you can borrow your money tax free.
Yeah. So
whatever's in that borrow column, you have access to that tax free.
Yeah.
And your money stays growing.
So it's not like a 401k. It's not like an equity line.
You got access.
That'll change.
It's liquidity. You got full access, full control. You got access without being taxed.
So it's safe with the floor, but you can also pull it out and it's liquid, right? It's fast moving.
Yes.
Right.
Now.
Dude, that's cool, man.
Now, like I said, you don't have to pay it back. It'll come off the death benefit.
So if you don't pay it back, the death benefit goes down a little bit, or whatever you borrow comes down on the death benefit, which is already growing. By
it'll
the way,
be
anyway,
whenever you pass away, and the beneficiaries, the insurance company will look and say, how much has this guy took out? Boom.
They deduct it.
They deduct it.
Yeah, but that's growing at X amount of
Still growing.
Yeah, it's still growing anyway, right?
So we're also teaching people how to keep these policies in place. So when we say IUL whole life, term is not a whole life, it's temporary. Whole life is for your whole life. IUL goes up to 121. With a couple of our companies, it goes out to 131.
Yeah.
Of course.
So you guys got
we
tons
don't win to we don't live to 121, right? But like I was telling you,
maybe some people in this lifetime.
Let's go.
Cold plunges.
That's what the hell stuff is for, right?
You got this stuff. Maybe on your supplements,
right? So basically, we're telling our clients, this is something else I learned that I didn't know as of a couple months ago. You know what I mean? Basically, your beneficiaries, our kids, can keep our policies in place after we pass away. Because you'll see, whenever I do an illustration for you or whatever, it illustrates the policies stay in place to 121, and with a couple of our companies, 131. So these policies go to 121. So basically, when I pass away, let's say 90 or whatever, my kids can not take the full death benefit and keep the policy in place all the way to that 121.
Okay. So
where
they keep the
and
investment.
it turns into $1 million. I think my policy that I have now, mine is a $500 premium. I forget, by 121 is somewhere in the 2 millions or 3. I forget what it's at, but they could keep that policy in place and keep accessing it, keep it in place.
Yeah. So it's not just kind of like a safe haven for money. It's actually growing. It's
literally a legacy.
This is an investment. It's an investment.
That's what we like to call these IULs.
Okay, so that's the difference between the State Farm and what
It's
you
literally
guys
a savings account on steroids. It's coming with life insurance, and it's coming with all the living benefits. Getting sick, not just dying, getting sick. You get hurt. You got access to your money to use the same dollar twice. It's growing tax-free. You're protected from the market. So these are all the things, when people hear life insurance, we are talking about a whole bunch of other stuff, finance stuff.
Yeah. It's more of an investment.
It's more, yes.
Dude, that's super interesting, man. You think people, like you were talking a little bit about it earlier, where you don't learn this type of stuff in school, right? Like most people don't even know the tax rate of what they're getting taxed at.
Right.
Most people don't know what income bracket they're even at. Most people don't even know how they're collecting it. Is it earned income?
They don't know what's in their 401,
they don't
nothing.
Know if it's like, they don't know what side they're on, even if they're investing.
I see it all the time. I see it all the time. They don't ask a couple questions, and that people just do not know.
Yeah. So you guys are like financial helpers, dude. You're helping them financially in investment. It's almost like an investment partner.
Financial services, financial professionals, insurance agent. Those are all the names that we go under.
Yeah, it's the life insurance, but it's really a mass. But you're growing people's money.
Way bigger than just life insurance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're growing people's money.
Growing people's money.
You're saving them.
We're figuring out. This is something new that and I learned this. This was last year. We were working with Lil Stanley, and he was explaining.
Lil Stanley.
Yeah, Lil Stanley. Very smart. This Stan is very smart, very business. Basically, he bought he got a few properties. He got the one in Sac and one up in Clear Lake. And basically, he was saying, yeah, man, I don't be knowing what to do with the money. He makes good money from the sign business, so I'll just be paying double on my mortgage, which is smart, right?
No.
We're finding out, get an insurance policy and put your money in there. It's going to grow faster than you could double that 30 years. Whatever you're trying to break down that 30 years, you could get 15 on. Put your money in here. It's going to grow faster, and then you could borrow the money out of there. The money stays in there, and you could pay your house off like that.
Well, that's what
it's way smarter.
Yeah, well, that's what wealthy people do with liquid cash, right? They got liquid, and they're trying to be illiquid as fast as possible.
Yes.
Where can I put my money to get X amount of percent, 10%? Where can I get 15%?
And using the same dollar twice, I mean, it's like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Like, do people be like, are you sure? Are you serious? I could borrow my... Yes.
Yeah.
This is the game. This is the game that the rich been playing.
Yeah.
Been playing.
That's a cool area to be in for you, man.
Brother, I think we was talking when I was going through the whole testing, and I mean, you see me work to get to where I'm at now with this stuff when I first started talking about it last year.
Yeah, you were learning a long time beforehand, but then when you started getting serious.
Last year, it all came back up when the guy started the company and this new company, and my guy called me again, and we had been in contact through the year, through it's one of my best friends. He just out in SAC.
Yeah.
After 2020 though, after the WFG thing fell through, we still was in contact, and then 2024, I'll never forget, it was June, it was around my birthday. June 15th was my birthday. You had did that video for me.
Yeah.
And it hit around June. Remember I was saying, you had did that video, and I was saying, I hope it hit around June, and you dropped it.
Yeah.
It was around June. That's when I really got into this. It was right around my birthday, June 15th. That's when my guy called me and was like, bruh, it's this new company, GFI, and the guy, he broke down Eric Olson and how he was with him over there at this dude, they say everything he touched turned to gold. Like, this dude he's like us, you know what I'm saying? Just on a different level. He didn't touch more money and stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah. They said he was doing $1 million a month at World Financial.
Yeah.
This game, now we can move into the part of people coming in as agents.
Talk about the money on that. These dudes making
the
$1 million.
money in this game? Yeah, so.
Like, as a recruit, what's the potential here?
He had 100 EMDs under him to where, do you know how powerful that is? Like, so basically, your business is going to run forever.
Marketing. Yeah, in a multi-level marketing structure, having 100 people under and paying them up, that's what you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the game we're in, basically, we like to say business partners, but it's recruits. You're trying to recruit, just like the Army, everybody says, when they hear this, oh, you're recruiting. It sounds like a pyramid or whatever. The police recruit, the colleges recruit, the church recruits. You name it, they recruit.
It's a game on a recruit, man.
Yeah, how come it got to be a pyramid? Because we recruiting business partners, you know what I mean?
Anytime you talk about multi-level marketing, they're always going to say a pyramid.
Always going to say
Herbalife or anything else like that, they're going to say, oh, it's,
this is just the game, brother. You know what I mean? You bring in business partners and...
But they're great.
Yeah.
Because they're businesses that you can just buy into, right? It's almost like a franchise, but you can buy into this business, and there's a network of already, like, a business in a box. There's a network you can already leverage, and then there's a business and SOPs and everything that you can already follow. It's a beautiful structure,
man. It's beautiful, man.
Yeah. So how do the recruits benefit when they come up?
So look, I tell some people.
Like, what's the potential? Give me like a BAM number.
I tell some people.
What are these guys making?
I tell some people, right? You don't even need to get your license. So when I bring you on as a recruit, it costs $199 to come on with this company, GFI, as a recruit. $199, that gets you your agent code with the company. You're with the company at that point. You don't have to do nothing else.
It's Ocean Shield.
Yeah. So basically, you build your own company. Right when you come on, you just opened up a franchise. Mine is Ocean Shield, off of GFI. You know what I mean? Just finished my website, everything. This is my company.
Right.
So the $199 gets you the code with the company. So now you're with the company.
There's a small buy-in.
So the $199 gets you the access. Now, normally it's $300 to get the study material to take the test. It's $300. Come on with us, it's $199. You come on with the company and you get access to the study material if you want to get licensed. Remember, you don't have to do that. I could pay you once you come on with the $199. At that point, if you bring me referrals, I could pay you commission. It's kind of on me what I want to pay you because I still got to pay tax on the money that I make. So I like to say 10,
so these guys 15%. Get in.
Yeah, like just bring me to people. I could pay you 10%, 15%.
But what can they make? So they get into this culture, they pass the test, they pay in the buy-in fees. What are these guys making at the top?
So, I mean, man, brother, we got. I'll use Mario Bayona. He's crossed over 3 million with our company. Remember, we're a year old. We're a year old, a year and some change here. We got people who've hit 3 million. Matt Welsh, he's another big one. These are guys that came over with Eric from World Financial. They've been in the game. He's crossed over 3 million. Oh, we got so many earners. Go on GFI. Look up GFI Instagram. Go on to Instagram. GFI. What I love about this company, every Tuesday and Friday we get paid. We're worldwide. So with this company, you literally could get paid every day of the week because I think in Mexico, in Canada, I think it's Wednesday and Thursday paid, or Wednesday and Sunday or something like that. But
The way
literally,
different
if you're in
companies
it, if you're in, which some of the people are in our company, they've branched out and they're making money on every day of the week. So they put up everybody. Like literally, you can see what people, how much they've made.
The winner board.
That's what I love. They put up their the milestones. 500,000. Every 100,000 is a milestone. So you get a watch, a ring. So if you go on the Instagram, you'll see all the people that are making big money and fast.
So somebody could come in as a recruit and literally change their life in a matter of
Change
months.
their life without even going to get their license. They can start getting paid right away.
Anything else you want to tell the guys?
Man, that's it, man. Not just be ambitious about whatever you're going after. Set your goals out, write them down, chase them down, be relentless. Look me up at peerpressurestore.com. You can order the new mix. It's called P09. The website is peerpressurestore.com. The drop shipping site is peerpressuresupplements.com. Follow me for my finance page, Ocean Shield. The company is Ocean Shield, Ocean Shield Co. I think it's company. We just formed it all. I got to look. I got so many. I got equitable assets. You can follow me at that. I got a few properties. I give a bunch of tips on that. That's the real estate company. So we got Ocean Shield. Yeah, we got Ocean View Photo Booth. We got photo booth. We got the 360. We got we got all the photo booths, all the top ones. Any events, baby showers. So Ocean View Photo Booth, Equitable Assets, Peer Pressure Store, and Ocean Shield. Those are the Instagram handles. Look me up there. TikTok, we all over, man. We eBay with the Pure Blue. Oh yeah, pureblue.us. That's the one I'm missing. You can follow that on Instagram. You can order the Pure Blue at pureblue.us. The gummy bears is connected to the Pure Blue. We got another hot product coming out. I'll come back for another shot with my guy when that drops, because it's gonna be crazy. It's strictly for the female. I'll give a couple little. We changing estrogen levels. We upping estrogen, just like the testosterone booster. We got a testosterone booster called BioSync that I didn't bring. Ashwagandha root. We're using natural ingredients. The woman product is going to be called For Her. 33-in-1. Hair, skin, nails, sleep, energy, estrogen levels. Women on menopause is like, oh my goodness. So that's something that's dropping in the next couple of months. So I'll come back. We'll talk more about that. But I'm definitely coming back to see my guy, man. Splashhh Media, man. Let's go.
Well, brother, I love your story, brother. You're like the ultimate American story, right? You're coming from the bottom. You got all this ambition. You had some troubles. You stumbled. You're coming from jail, but you kind of pushed through and you made it out. Now you're finding yourself in a very strong
Hey, you know
position.
what? One more thing I want to add, too. April 30th is coming up. I'll be going on 3 years with no alcohol. That changed everything. Let me see, 2022, I was just starting the car rental business. Everything was kind of just taking off. I told you I just got started 2020. So by 2022, I had a couple properties by them. Like I was in it deep by then. Something crazy happened. I almost died. I just had my son. And that's what made me stop drinking. So I'm going on 3 years in a few days. And I just want to say to anybody struggling with something like that, you can do it, man. I'm the oldest I ever been, obviously, 47, but I'm in the best shape. My mind is the sharpest it's ever been. Everything is upgraded right now, and it's to do with that. My blessings, sometimes you could be doing the wrong things, and it's going to stop your blessings, man. You can have all the knowledge. You can have this and that. But if God sees something to where it's not time for the blessing, then it's not time for the blessing. So I've really seen the power in my fitness. What I'm doing in the gym has stepped up. Everything is elevated and evolved with the 3 years of sobriety. So I'm real proud of that, and that's a lot to my success with all this other stuff. I feel that's a big one that I want to throw in there. You know what I mean?
So from the bottom to the top, man, Tommy Bynum, you can catch this guy on all the social channels. We'll put the links in below. But brother, I appreciate you coming here. Love your story, bro.
Right on for this, brother. I love you, brother. For real.
Till next time.